Margaret of Scotland was the second daughter of King James VI of Scotland by Anne of Denmark, daughter of Frederick II of Denmark. Sometime in March 1600, Margaret died of an unknown illness and she was buried in the now ruined Abbey of Holyrood. 3 years later, her father ascended the throne of England. Born on Christmas Eve 1598, Princess Margaret was the second daughter of James VI of Scotland, future James I of England, by Anne, daughter of Frederick II of Denmark, by Sophie of Mecklenburg-Güstrow. Her baptismal ceremony was postponed until April 1599, as the winter, part of the Little Ice Age, had been exceptionally cold and there were worries that the princess should catch a cold and expire. King James wrote a letter to a friend, in expectation for his daughter's baptism. "We greet you well, having appointed the baptism of our dearest daughter to be here at Holyrood House, upon Sunday, the 18th of April next, in such honourable manner as that action crave. We have therefore the good right effectually to request and desire you to send us such offerings and presents against that day, as is best then in season and convenient for that action, as you regard our honour and will merit our special thanks. So, not doubting to find your greater willingness to pleasure us herein, since you are to be invited to take part of your own good cheer, we commit you to God." James paid £400 Scots for furniture made for Margaret and her sister Elizabeth on occasion of the child baptism. After the baptism, Margaret and her sister were put into the care of Alexander Livingston, 1st Earl of Linlithgow, and of his wife, Lady Livingston. Her wet nurse was named Helena Crichton. Death and burial. In March 1600, Margaret was taken ill, but her disease is not known. Alexander Barclay, apothecary, and Dr. Martin Skeens, official doctor of the king, were called to supply certain drugs, medicaments, and other gear, for the use of the Lady Margaret, during the time of her sickness, and assist the infant, but to no avail. Margaret died sometime during the very same month she became ill, but the exact date was never recorded. Later in March, she was embalmed. Her body was decorated with flannel, crimson silk and Florence ribbon, to prepare her for the funeral. She was transported from Linlithgow to Edinburgh and was privately interred in Holyrood Abbey, now in ruins. Ancestors.